Welcome back, Battle Brothers and Sisters, to the continuing adventures of the Slayers. We've knocked out a couple legendary locations. I've done a little bit of cheating slash research, just kind of looking at. I have a vague idea of what the remaining locations are. I had thought I would go to the monolith next, but it seems that the consensus is it's probably the hardest of all the of all the legendary locations. It didn't seem like as much of a debate. So I think actually we'll go to the Sunken Library next. But I was kind of wandering around trying to pick up some more named items, trying to kind of up my powers to make it a little easier, buying some potions. Because hey, you're going to an epic fight, legendary fight. You might as well. You don't want to cheat within the game, but you want to take every advantage you can, right? So pump up my guys as best as possible. And I thought, hey, we're going to be fighting a lot of undead with fearsome pretty soon, and horrify, terrify, whatever the ancient priests have. Let's do some arena fights to get some more boosts to our morale as they become higher level gladiators. And then the ambition came up to do a bunch of arena fights. So we're going to do just kind of a run of just multiple fights in a row. So this is number one. 3 dudes against 6 nomads. Now, it doesn't give a huge amount. It does say it's in front of like nobles or something, right? Guests. So it gets more money and a piece of gladiator gear. So it's maybe a bigger fight. I'm guessing some of these will be a little tougher than regular nomads. But I still think, even if it's like what are they called? A nomad executioner or something, I still think my guys can handle it. So then the big question is, who do I send? My 2 best are probably these 2. Otto here's already got a +5 resolve for having fought in 5 matches. Maybe we can pump him up and get him 10 wins. Carl doesn't have anything here. I guess he's relatively new, but he also is one of my best guys. We probably should send him. And then the final question. If I knew they had a sword master or something, I would definitely take one of the archers. But with 6 dudes, they're going to swarm around and get in a melee with these guys. They're not going to be great. They don't have fearsome or anything, so I'm not too worried about having a more morale boost. But I could send in like Gisbert here. He's got great to hit. I can put tankier armor on him. He has good weapons. I could also give better equipment to Roderick here. He's not quite as accurate, but 35 defense, space, iron lung. I like him quite a bit too. These 2 I'd like to see maybe pumped up. And of course there's always Guido. Actually, Guido's tricky because he's already got a few fights in. So he's close with a couple more wins to getting the bonus. But depending on what the enemies are, this might be a little dangerous. So I think we'll sit him out. Let me arrange these guys. I probably will send Roderick in this time, but we'll see. All right, so I tricked him out. Yeah, we'll bring Roderick. I gave him the nice heavy armor from Wilhelm here, so he's pretty armored up. He's got a melee axe and a reach axe. I haven't gotten any named axes, unfortunately, which would be nice to have because they're pretty powerful weapons. Actually, I don't have any named 2-handed hammers either, now I think about it. Maybe I need to start trying to plunder more humans. I've been going to human camps, but I haven't found any dudes with any champions, really. But, yep, we'll take Otto, we'll take Roderick, and we'll take Carl. It's a pretty good team, and we'll hope that I don't get penalized for not actually. Just in case. I was going to say, I hope we don't get penalized for not having ranged, but some kind of sword master, super melee defense dude. These aren't perfect against those, but it is a counter of some sort, so we'll take some nets just in case. All right, let's see what they got. Oh, they've got garbage. I mean, I could just probably wade into these guys. Let's see. Let's do this. Why don't you come in here? He won't be able to take 2 steps and swing. They're probably going to try to stun Otto. But Otto does have pretty good defense. They may have a hard time hitting him. Or they'll just hit him like I thought they would. And scratch his armor. Ever so slightly. We might as well move into range here and chop with the old two-handed axe. Yeah, he might as well come on in. And despite his sand in the eyes, let's hit that guy. You're gonna recover from being stunned. Yep. Well, you had your chance. Now you lose. Actually, let's see. I could kill him, but I kind of want him to get that kill. Then he'll berserk, get killing frenzy, and go there. So let's see if I can hurt this guy. He is a tougher target, unfortunately. Oh, Carl. Carl, you're killing me. Well, how about that? That was not how that round was supposed to go. But hey, when you got chance-based stuff, it's going to happen. All right, gentlemen, let's try this again. Hit. Good. Kill. Hit hard. Good. Let's kill here. Berserk, and then kill this guy. There we go. It all worked out that time. 1 round of all misses, and then 1 round of hits. Why don't you... So Roderick can wait. If Otto kills this guy and steps forward, then he can step forward and hit that guy with his axe. Axe, yeah, he's gonna go there. That's good. It doesn't really matter. But let's switch to this so that Carl can step in. You're done. And you're done. Alright, well, it was not as clean as it should have been, but it was an easy victory nonetheless. 2 guys are pit fighters, and we have a gladiator harness. Let's see. The gladiator harness. Right here. Yeah. I mean, 100 fatigue for 8 isn't terrible. I did find out in my adventures, we killed some barbarians and got this. I put the attachment on, so it was 145 for 8. This is 100 for 8. So, I mean, this might be good for regular armor. What is this? 110 for 10? 100 for 8? Meh. But I don't think it's worth keeping. All right. Well, we're going to rest up, wait for tomorrow, repair our stuff, and do it again. Well, it's late in the campaign, but, you know, the more the merrier. I had the belly dancer event, which, if you don't know, every once in a while in the southern towns, you'll see a show with a belly dancer. Turns out that it's actually a dude, and if you persuade him, he'll join your party. It's kind of like an assassin normally. Not high fatigue, but high initiative and high melee skill. And holy buckets, this guy has high melee skill. Level 1 at 70. 118 initiative, only 92 fatigue, and terrible resolve. I hadn't seen that. That's an interesting setup for me. So we'll see. I don't know if, I mean, he's kind of expensive. I don't know if I need him, but he's kind of funny to have along. I was watching some videos on fighting the ancient undead at some of these locations, and I saw some duelist builds, one-handed, with a one-handed mace, using shrooms, and killing frenzy and just one-shotting ancient undead pretty easily. So I was kind of thinking that might be an interesting way to go. I don't know if he's the right fit for it, but some of it looks like it might be. Anyway, back to the next fight. All right, so next up we have a fight with two gladiators. So gladiators are pretty tough fighters, high defense, high accuracy. That's kind of a good opportunity in my mind to pick one of our ranged fighters, because they don't have great range defense, and our javelins will just shoot them down. So we will take that fight. Let's equip some people. So it's a bit of a tough call, but I think we're going to take Otto and Carl. Looks like Otto has 6 fights. Carl was his first one last time. And then we've brought Sigurd in the past. We'll bring him again. He's got 3 matches, so 2 more, and he'll get the +5 bonus to his resolve, which is always a good thing. So he's well on his way. This will be the first step on that journey. We got to be a little careful because gladiators have the, what's that perk called? Footwork, where they can step away. So they might still be able to get back to him, which is a problem, especially because I don't have a shield guy to bash them away or rotate to kind of keep him safe. But with only 2 gladiators, I think we'll be okay. We'll see if those are famous last words. All right. Ooh. So the 2-handed mace is a dangerous weapon. The spear is meh. So actually, I'm going to keep pushing this guy away. Step back. Sure. Let's see what they do here. That's a tricky one. Let's try to shoot him again. If we push him back, we can just step back another turn. Sure. Looks good to me. We will delay, though, in case he rushes into us. Okay. And okay. Is he hurt yet? He is not hurt. He has nimble. I don't know what I'm going to do here yet. I could shoot with the crossbow and push him away one, but then do I step back? I guess I could. I could shoot him, push him back, step down, and he could step down. He could just untangle himself. Again, there's no reason to get into melee and help these guys at all. And the more injured he is, the more likely the javelins will get injuries to him, and that will just compound his javelin damage. Step down here. Yep, okay. He's gonna wait, see where this guy goes. And that was what I was afraid of. But we do have a crossbow bolt, so you might be able to shoot him and push him away anyway. I'm gonna wait. We'll get to swing first and see what happens. He'll wait as well. Oh, 74. So even though he's got a high defensive skill, there's still a pretty good chance to hit him. Well, let's go ahead and throw one of these at you. And throw one of these at you. Didn't injure him. I mean, the nimble helps reduce the damage, but I kind of figured with no armor and stuff we'd do enough. Guess not. You know, realistically, I don't want this guy to... He can only take 1 step and swing. Let's just step here. And if he wants to take 2 steps into here, we've got a spear and 2 attacks. That might be enough. And if he swings and hits this guy, he's got the bone plate armor, so he might not take any damage. Yeah, I mean, that was probably the correct call. We'll wait let him pull his spear out, so he gives a melee bonus as well to everybody. And we'll see how this goes. Oh, well, he can just kill the gladiator outright. Good job, Sigurd. So, I don't think we took any damage aside from our weapons a little bit. But no one leveled up yet in the arena, so we'll rest and see what tomorrow brings. Alright, so now it's just 4 retired desert bandits. Now, based off our last fight against 6 of them, they weren't very tough. So this might be an opportunity to bring some of our lesser dudes in. Still 1220 though, so a decent amount of money. No prize, but let's put together a team. Alright, so I mixed things up a bit. We brought Roderick in again, Guido this time, and Carl. I was starting to get Gisbert ready. I thought about bringing him in, but Guido will be the 3rd person. So should be good. Probably 4 again, unless we get surprised by some super high level execution or something. But no, it doesn't look like it. It's just 3 regular dudes. I'm a little annoyed, not annoyed, but slightly concerned about the maces, since they'll keep trying to stun lock me. This will hit okay and stagger, but it won't actually stop us from acting, so I'm less worried about it. So let's just try to target these guys. That'll be a good start. We'll step up 1. That will only let him swing once next turn, maybe reducing his chance of stunning somebody. Yeah. He tried. He's gonna try too. But it's not gonna be enough. And now it's game over, bitches. Well, I mean, as much as this guy is the bigger threat, if we can just kill this guy. Carl doesn't have a reach weapon or quick hand, so he's going to have to do that. Guido can just step up and swing. Okay, he's blocking, but it's not going to be enough. Yep, another pretty simple fight. We'll keep burning through them. Alright, what will tomorrow bring? Alright, this is a slightly different level of challenge. 8 Ifrits. Now, I don't know if that's 8 little tiny ones or 8 of random sizes. He doesn't mention any giant ones, but Ifrits are a little dangerous, and the fact that they can merge together like Voltron into some big old monster is slightly more concerning. And when they throw, if it's a large one, they throw a chunk, it actually hits kind of hard, at least for my recollection. I haven't fought one for a while. So, I mean, we'll take it. Oh, good. We get paid a little bit more because it's a little more dangerous, right? These things are tricky in a couple ways. They have a lot of armor because they're rock. So hammers will be important. But you also have to kill them when they break apart. You have to kill the little chunks immediately, or else they may just form up again and heal. So while you need the hammer to break the armor quickly, you also need a sword or something to do a lot of damage quickly so you can kill them. That could be a tall order, so let's see what I can come up with. Alright, this is what we're going to settle on. We're going to take Roderick and Otto. I could take Carl. I don't know why. Yeah, actually, let me take Carl instead. Hold on. So a little bit of slight advantage in the fact that he can switch. He has quick hands and could get reach. And again, when we injure some of these smaller ones, it'll be important to be able to kill them right away. But I think Carl will still probably be better overall. Actually, I was talking about armor breaking. Again, you think that the hammer is going to be better armor breaking. The one-handed hammer is, primarily because it has the second ability here to destroy armor. But if you look, the two-handed axe, 180 to 225 damage versus 160 to 220. So actually, a two-handed axe does more damage, and it hits both the head and the body. So it does extra damage on top of that. So it's great for health, and it does more damage to armor than the hammer. So that's why it's not a bad thing to have that. Because the thing will throw, what I plan on doing is having Torvald here in the front, the two-handed guys behind, so you get a little bit of cover from Torvald. Torvald, he's got a hammer. He knows how to use it, so he can break armor up to set these guys up for kill shots, or he can use quick hands and switch to approach the old gods and start zapping things if armor gets broken. Again, they can't rely on this too much, because if I injure a bunch of the rocks a little bit, they may just form up and all heal again. So it's not, the chain lightning isn't as important. All right, looks like everyone's ready. I've got my best armor. Let's hop on in. Okay, they are all little ones. That's a good start, at least. I mean, maybe if we rush them? Let's do this. You can rush to there. You can rush into here. Maybe we can kill this one. They've all got cover from these guys. I gave him a very good range defense shield. His melee defense is so high, I didn't think it mattered too much if he had the slightly lower bonus to the melee defense. All right, so how are we going to kill stuff here? Let's wait with auto. If Carl hits this dude with a two-handed axe, and Torvald smashes this guy a little bit, he can swing and maybe kill both. That's the hope. Well, okay, that guy's pretty hurt. Let's do it again with the sword. His armor's already busted up, and the sword will do damage directly to health. And now if he swings, maybe he can kill both. And he berserks and he can hit another one. Look at that. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Chop that dude up and move in. Let's get the hammer out. And we'll hit each of them once. Bust the armor and do a little bit of injury. And maybe he can finish him off. He can wait here. He's got cover. We'll see what happens. I assume he'll throw. Okay, procs it down there. This guy is hurt. He's dead. I might as well get the bonus to hit. Not that it really matters. And let's see what these guys do. I mean, they can wait. I'm slower than you. I can wait all day. Hey, spin attack. Whee! I don't get to do that very often because it's kind of stupid, but... Hey, I didn't like that at all. And smash. Auto. Yeah, ooh, he's right. So disappointing. So embarrassing. But not bad. And now Torvald is an arena fighter. So I think that means he gets the +5. That's like the... I guess not the very first level. The first level with a perk. Let's double check there. Torvald. You're already... Oh, you're not the cocky one. That's you. So +5 resolve. I'll take it. Alright. Doesn't look like we're going to need too much on the tool repair. But we'll wait and get him next time and see what tomorrow brings. All right, I believe this is fight number 5. Let's see what it has to offer. 2 more gladiators. We've already seen what the system looks like to take those guys down, so shouldn't be a problem. Let's get set up. So this should be a pretty good fight for my characters, at least. Sigurd here has 4, so this should be his 5th victory, hopefully. Carl's got 8, or no, he's got 4, I'm sorry. So this will be number 5 for him as well. And then Otto has 8, so he'll be pretty close to 10, which I think is the next level up. So just like the last time we fought him, we've got plenty of beef up front and an archer in the back to actually do the killing. Or at least set it up for success. And unlike last time, I kind of reconsidered. I have some better light armor than he wore last time, so I gave him these 2. So he's still got 41%, but 182 and 172. So pretty good armor overall. All right, let's get to work. Oh, so we have 2 two-handed weapons. Again, ultimately, I think I'm more worried about this one. The dazed effect is kind of powerful, and it does a lot of damage through armor. This one, I mean, it staggers, but these guys are faster than me anyway, so who cares? Okay, well, I mean, that's fine too. I mean, I'll hit whoever as long as I hit somebody. They have nimble though, so you can see even that big crossbow didn't do very much damage, unfortunately. So put a shot into him. Yeah, I think we'll back away and reload. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah. If I go here and here, can he 1, 2? No, I'll have to. So I'm trying to make sure they can't get to my archer. I'll have Carl step here, and Otto can be here, and that should block them both. Interesting. Let's wait and see what they do. Okay, well, I guess I'll shoot you. Back up. That should wall him off. 1, 2, 3, 4. He won't be able to get in. No, should be good. I can play this game all day. You'll wait. You'll wait. You'll shoot him. He's still not that tired yet, so he's okay. Now it's a little trickier. If I go here, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I put 1 in the middle and 1 to one side, they could theoretically go around the other way and make contact. So I think what we might do is we did last time, leave this middle spot open. And if one of them wants to walk into there, have at it. All right, let's see what we can do. Well, now he's staggered, so we'll get to go first next turn. Let's wait. Let's let Carl take a shot. Okay. You're done. Let's see if we can shoot him. Pushes him away. Is he injured? He is injured. I could throw a javelin at him. And if I kill him... Nope, but he is very hurt now. And Carl, you can not step up there, but you can step here. Alright, let's finish this guy off. Or not. Well, now we're in a, I don't want to say in a spot of trouble. Again, he's got a blade of armor, so as long as he doesn't get hit in the head, we'll be in pretty decent shape. And he's got decent dodge, so that works too. Problem solved. Alright. No damage at all. Flawless victory. So we've got an arena fighter, 2 arena fighters now. So 2 with +5, and that's technically our ambition met. We might stick around a bit longer, but I think after a few more fights here, we will go to the Sunken Library next. As crazy as it is, it's not the fight you want to stumble into without knowing what's going on, because it's a pretty miserable experience. I wish the game would maybe give hints or kind of an idea of the strategies. Maybe make it easier to go in, explore a bit, and then escape. But after reviewing a few videos, not something like a how-to guide on exactly how to do it, but at least I've got an idea now. So we'll try to brute force our way through like I normally do, with a little bit of knowledge ahead of time. Anyway, let's rest up and we'll do tomorrow. All right, this one's a little more tricky. A lindworm. I don't normally like fighting these guys to begin with, and now it's going to be a 3-on-1. Should be interesting. I think, well, I mean, there's a couple different ways I could pursue this, I guess. I mean, we'll take him on. 1 lindworm. So, there's a couple things I could do. I can take a tanky dude with the highest melee defense possible, give him a shield, give him the best armor, healing stuff, maybe let him throw like this potion at it so it burns its armor away, and then either have pole arms or just archers that can spam shots at it from a distance. In fact, even if I throw potions, I guess he could maybe hammer it once and just try to break its armor. But even doing that's going to splash him with acid and eat his armor away. So pole arms are a little dangerous because the thing can flail and hit, whereas the archers can stay further away. But if, again, I'm looking at Torvald here, if he starts getting hit, there's no one to rescue him. So it's kind of dangerous. I could give him a potion to help him keep up a bunch of shield wall. The other option would be a dude like this, and then maybe 2 pole arms, or a pole arm, like a pole hammer, and an archer. And actually, if I'm going to pick an archer, I could pick Sigmund here, because he can overwhelm the thing, so it's a little less accurate. That will help whoever the shield dude. That might make the most sense. We pick someone like, Gisbert. He's 101, so the good thing is he'll hit a lot, but he'll fatigue out because he'll have to be stepping back and forth all the time. There's Eugen, who's even worse in the fatigue field. There's Guido. He's got quite a bit of fatigue. Not as accurate, but I mean, the lindworm is, I don't think it's that difficult to hit. 95 is still plenty high. We could also throw a flash pod at it just to reduce some damage if we need to. So I think, yeah, we'll go Torvald. There's Guido. He's got 2. Torvald, Guido, and Sigmund. All right, let's get him ready. All right, so I don't think the lindworm has a shield splitting attack. I could be wrong. But Torvald's got my highest defense. I gave him 2 of these acid flasks. The thing might be immune to acid. I'm not sure if we'll throw one and then switch to the shield. If the acid works, we may chuck the other one at it. If it doesn't work, we'll stick with the shield. His helmet reflects damage, and his body armor reduces it, so that may help us do a little bit of damage while staying safe. He may or may not swing up front. I'm not 100% sure what I'll do. Kind of depends how it goes, I guess. Guido, again, we'll see he doesn't have the acid, but he does have a flash pot, so he can daze the thing for a couple turns at least. And we can maybe throw a fire pot at it and see what kind of damage that does. He's got a hammer, so he can break the thing's armor. And then that'll be the cue for Sigmund here to really start doing some damage with his bow. Especially just pouring these arrows in. They'll overwhelm, which should help keep Torvald safer. And they'll do decent damage because the bow is a pretty good weapon. I suppose I could go even crazier and do some poison damage. It's probably not a lot. But hey, you know, I don't use this very often anyway. Every little bit helps, so. And, I mean, what are the odds he's going to get in melee and he has to use a shield? Gah! Couldn't possibly happen, right? Should be good to go. Alright, well. Here it comes. Okay. Let's just wait and see. So can he throw it that far? He can. Does it splash everything? 33% chance. So which one do we go for? Probably the head, I guess. Doesn't look like I did anything. I kind of thought that might be the case, but let's step back. You can step back. You can step back a couple. We'll see what he does. Alright, well. We're going to start hitting that, I guess. Or failing to hit that. Let's... Fine. Might as well get it out of the way. Oh yeah. Let's step back a bit. But wait. Okay. Step in here and break the armor again. You're gonna shield wall. And we'll pump in a couple shots. Hey, it poisoned it. Put in a couple more. That should overwhelm it. And Guido. Let's see what fire does to it. Well, I mean, it hurt it. It didn't seem to like it. You're gonna keep defending. And you're done. You're done. Pump in a couple more of these. You might as well do this. They're safe from this distance. Not a huge amount of damage, and I'm sure it has whatever it is that reduces the number of turns of bleed, but again, it's safer, so no reason not to. Keep defending. Yeah. So that's kind of what I was hoping. One isn't so bad. The problem is there's multiple and you can't lock one down as easily. I mean, Torvald, you could just kill this thing probably. Oh, I take his sword away. It's okay. We got a gladiator helmet. And Sigmund is now a pit fighter. I think pit fighter is I think that was his first fight. So that's not a bonus or anything. It's just him dipping his toes in, it says. So it's a good start, though. And let's take a look at that gladiator helmet. I think that's good for a mundane helmet, but it's not nearly as good as the other one. So let's see. A full helm, 330, right? Yep, 300 durability. 20, sorry. 300 durability, 20 fatigue. This is 225 and 13. What's this? 250 and 17. So it's, I mean, a little less durable, but a lot lighter than the other one. Not a huge amount, though. And it's got -3 vision as opposed to -2. So it's okay. I mean, you can see it from value, worth 2,200 versus, oh, this one's 2,200 as well. So whatever, it looks cool. That's the important part. Okay, well, we'll rest up and do the next fight. We're just making a gladiator run. All right, today's matchup looks like, 2 unholds. So 2 unholds against 3 dudes. I mean, still shouldn't be too big a challenge with my guys. We'll probably take at least 1 dude, maybe with the lightning sword. That way he's super defensive, and then we've got maybe 2 of our guys that can switch between two-handed melee and two-handed reach, and go from there. I don't think I'm going to take any archers, a little too risky, but my melee guys have enough armor and put enough damage to kill these guys pretty quickly, I think. Let's get ready and see what we can come up with. Alright, so Torvald's already got his 5 fights under the belt. He's got 6, actually. So maybe we'll give Helmer here a few, see if we can get him boosted up. I mean, his resolve's only 48. He's already cocky. So it's kind of skimping on him, apparently. Torvald here is up to 54, so Helmer needs it. He's got high defense. He can take plenty of armor. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff here, a lot of fatigue. We'll give him a nice sword so he can do some damage. Should be fine. It's kind of annoying we can't take the necklace that makes us immune to stun. Which one is it? The Orc Trophy. Since we're going to get charged and probably stunned in the initial attack. And then his backup, actually, Guido's got 3 fights. So might as well give him another one, trying to get him to the 5 wins. And Roderick has 2. These guys are, well, Roderick's spec for axe. He's got reach and the melee axe and a high natural defense, so he makes sense. And Guido, he's just pretty good overall, and I want to get him the bonus. I could have taken Carl, but he can't switch to reach weapon. And his defense is just about as good as Roderick, so I'd be switching out with Guido. But Guido can also switch to this cleaver, and he's got the perk, so actually he can do quite a bit of damage with this, especially if he starts using decapitate when the things are pretty hurt. So I think this will work out okay. And thankfully they're not snow unholds or anything, so let's shield wall, so I assume they're going to just charge in and stun him. Actually, let's hit him with the big axes. Oh, we don't have a big axe. You've got this. I could have waited for Helmer to move. I didn't think he'd miss a 90% shot. That's my bad. And then he can move. Hopefully that'll catch this, and his defense will protect him, and we can just focus fire on this dude. Although he'll swing and he might push my guys back, but that's okay. Only hit 1. I mean, I think a single swing at this axe is probably better, damage-wise. And then he can step in and decapitate once this thing is hurt. Like it is now. Wait. Wait. Okay, well, I can do this too. That works. Roderick can switch. Didn't stun him, so that's excellent. And we'll switch back to the big axe. It's a lot of damage, but not enough. Okay, so I took a little bit of damage there, but not too bad. And Helmer gets his first fight under his belt. Look at that, day 455. We're just chugging along. All right, let's rest up and see what's next. All right, so we've got a Blade Dancer next. Doesn't say anything else. I'm assuming he's not by himself. Blade Dancers are, I don't know, kind of the southern version of a Swordmaster, but they're not, at least in my experience, not nearly as dangerous as a Swordmaster. Those guys can be crazy. Let's see what they say here. Oh, a Blade Dancer and 2 Nomads. So these guys are tough to hit, but not impossible in melee like a Swordmaster is. But I think they're a little tougher to hit with ranged too. I guess, which is kind of the compromise. They're a little higher defense against everything instead of very impossible to hit melee, but vulnerable to ranged. I think we'll still go with 2 melee dudes and a ranged dude. Yeah, I accept. So let's get armored up and see who's going to go in. So ultimately, I don't think this fight is going to be too difficult. So I'm not taking the ideal optimized group. Although, now I just realized I've clicked 4 people in my brain. So I want to take Otto. He's got 9 fights. So I might as well get an extra one for him to get to 10. Guido has 4. I'd like to get him 5. I also was thinking Helmer. He's only got 1 fight, though. And then finally, I need to take a ranged person. I originally was going to take Sigmund. He isn't as good in melee as the other 2 crossbowmen, but he's got Overwhelm. His arrows do plenty of damage. The Swordmaster may, or the Blade Dancer may have a reach weapon, but even if that's the case, he can step in, shoot over a friend, maybe overwhelm him if he's faster, although I doubt it, and then step back again. So, I mean, unlike fighting the gladiators, where the crossbow is nice because it pushes them away, I don't think that's quite as important here, especially because we're dealing with 2 regular nomads, which we should be able to kill pretty quickly. In fact, he may help just shoot them outright, and then that'll make it harder for them to swarm around and get to him. So I think we'll go with Sigmund. Let's take Guido so he can get his 5th victory. And we'll take Otto. A bit of an odd bunch. And actually, for Guido, let's take... Where's that spear? These nomads are kind of tough to hit. So I'll take... Actually, even better idea. Let's just go all crazy here. You can have the sword, so they get in melee. He can just whip this thing out and start zapping people. And he's fine with the hammer, whatever. Good, good, good. Let's hop in and see what happens. I mean, how bad could it be? Alright, he does have a reach weapon. I thought he might. A dude with a whip. Although, if he disarms me, it's going to be annoying. Okay. I mean, I'm not in a rush necessarily, so let's shoot. I mean, they both have pretty high defense, unfortunately. Yeah, we hit one of them. He does have fearsome too, and it dropped his resolve, so his morale. So that's good. Let's wait and see what these guys do. Oh, he's gonna go right in. Oh wait. And actually, what might happen is he might not move. He's got targets, so he may whip from here. So I may not have to worry about them flanking around. Although I think this guy has footwork and could step away and come around. I will gamble a bit, let him stay here and shoot this turn, and then he'll probably swing at him next turn, hit him once. His helmet or the bone armor should be able to take one hit from this weapon. We'll see. We're going to focus fire on him because he's the only dangerous one here, I think. Yeah, 49. Again, not as impossible to hit as a swordmaster, but still pretty high defense, especially for no shield. Ooh, that was not what he needed. And he's staggered, so he gets to go first next turn. That was the absolute worst thing that could have happened to him. Oh, okay, he's got Berserk, so... Or, what's that called? Frenzy? Adrenaline. Did hit him, but... absorbed by the bone plating. And a miss. That's, that lowers his defense, I believe. Yep, 77% now. Alright, Guido, go to town. Or don't. Excellent. Otto's so nasty. Guido is just glad to help. he did hit something, so, you know, wasn't completely worthless. And Guido is now an arena fighter. Maybe while we wait for the next day, we'll go and raid one of these camps. This one's not too far. It's over here. You know, we got, you can't just sit here all day, right? Alright, looks like for our final arena fight of the day, 8 Efreets. I think we fought 7 last time, and it went pretty well. As long as it's 8 and they're all the small type, should be pretty easy, I think. I think we'll put together a pretty similar team to last time and go from there. Okay, so I think what we'll take is Helmer as my dude. I don't think he's quite as good as Torvald, but Torvald's already got the arena bonus, so we'll let Helmer start building his up. Roderick's got 3 fights, so he's getting close to the resolve bonus. And again, Axe is good, and he's got the reach as well, so that's fine. And then I guess we'll go with Gisbert. Actually, I found out Otto here, he's done 10, and he still hasn't leveled up to whatever's next, so we'll have to keep plodding along with him as well. But Gisbert hasn't started, and I kind of like him, so we'll let him get his first fight in. I think these 3 should be sufficient. We got an axe dude, or no, a hammer dude, an axe dude, and then well, I'm confusing my terms. This is the only dude, right? He's got a hammer and he's got a nice sword, which did pretty well last time, actually. And then a hammer hybrid, I guess. Not ranged, but he's got reach and melee two-handed. And the axe hybrid, reach and melee two-handed. I think that should be sufficient. Yep, I'm going to build up. Oops. Push more than one buttons here. So, I think it takes 3 little ones to make one of these and 3 of these to make the huge one. So we're still in good shape, it would appear. Looks like he's going to move, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and step up. We're using him as cover. Let's see if if we can finish. Actually, let's hit this guy and break his armor. Just a regular swing. That was more than enough to smash his armor and hurt him quite a bit. And if this guy can break his armor, this axe isn't quite as good as the two-handed reach weapon. Yep, you can see it didn't quite do as much, but it still did okay. And I think 2 swings with the sword actually might be enough to take these guys out. We'll see. And actually, we swing here, it might chain down and hit all 3. So even though the sword won't do great damage against this guy because he has all his armor, the chain lightning part should be nice. Not as good, I'd hope. Let's swing and hit this guy direct. Okay. Whoops. He's good, and he's good. And that's what I was talking about. So those guys who melded into there healed. So this guy's still hurt, which we can take advantage of here. I'm not going to bother hitting this guy yet. I will see what he does, but we're going to try to finish this one off. Does he go? He has not gone yet, so let's do this hit first. Or a whiff. I can't switch to the hammer and switch back. Let's just go with the sword. Almost enough to kill it. Okay. So maybe this will kill him. He doesn't have Berserk. He's just a one-hit chump, a one-pump chump. Roderick, let's keep picking off these little guys as they come through. And now we have to make sure we smash this guy. He's still behind cover when Gisbert moved, so I don't have to worry about that. Roderick does have two-handed axe, though. Could have swung it and then with Berserk hit that guy, but we didn't do it that way. He may throw and hit one of these guys, but then they'll all be split up, hopefully. So, actually, make those come here. He's gonna throw probably. Let's hit this guy. Shut that guy up. Step in. Good. All right, we're gonna go for it. So we're gonna armor. Actually, his armor's not that great anymore. Let's just do a regular. Gisbert has a hammer. So what we're gonna step up. We'll hit him with this. This will stagger him. So we hopefully will get to finish this round, and then we'll go first next turn. So I may get 2 turns in a row before he gets to go. Or he could miss. His armor is gone. He might break him apart. That's good. We can take these 2 little ones pretty easily. I'm not going to heal. Let's finish this one. It's hurt. Good, good, good. And Roderick, you do have a reach weapon. Alright, we take... Roderick got hit 1 hit point and 4,400 damage. So actually, very little damage. He got a rock thrown at him, I believe. Other than that, can't touch this, as they say. Alright, so there we go. I think we're coming up on the hour mark, so... a nice blitz run of arena fight after arena fight after arena fight. My guys are pretty powerful. They're leveled up quite a bit. I was kind of surprised we didn't run into any serpent fights or hyenas. I don't know. Oh, or what's it? Noxzers you see sometimes too. We fought a lot of. We fought several fights. Didn't see any of those kind of beasts. So we did see the what's it called? The serpent, the lindworm. And some unholds. So, we did run into some beasts. I think the fights are still a little underpowered for us. I don't know if they queue off of... It can't be off of day, because we're pretty advanced. And our party is legendary. So you'd think, based off our renown, we'd be getting some pretty top-tier opponents. But Whatever. I may grind some of these out off camera just to kind of, again, buff up some of my dudes. And then I think our next episode, we'll go try out the Sunken Library. Hope to see you then, and good luck on your own adventures.